Hi everyone, we are going to talk about Canon R5 and R6 and my take on it. That is very much non-Canon like. They're talking about 4K 120p. That is not Canon like at all. Though with constraints like time constraints, you can't go like beyond 20 minutes, 30 minutes. That is there. Another thing is like in each of these 4K 120 and all, you are getting like 10-bit 422. Like in 4K 60 also, you are getting 10-bit 422 with autofocus, without any crop, using the entire sensor. That is mammoth. Like it has, like it beats everyone. Like Sony is nowhere compared to this with whatever existing cameras that they have. Panasonic, they are in like micro fourth. Then they came up with full frame like Panasonic S1 and S1H. But there itself, like their 4K 60 is cropped. Here they're talking about 4K 120 without crop, without any crops, right? Now they're talking about image stabilization. Like you take Panasonic, they are the kings, huh? Olympus, and then your Sony, they are pretty good. Now they are talking about 8 stops of image stabilization. They are giving you in-body stabilization for the first time in any of these Canon cameras. Like we have always been complaining on Canon that they are not the biggest innovators and this and that, and they have been always been known for great autofocus capabilities. The cameras are very, very good on autofocus side, So if I just see, like now they're saying it's more improved. Now they are able to focus on birds, animals, and all those things. And now entirely, like in R5, you just see like it's more than 5,000 autofocus points, and with 100% screen coverage. That is mammoth now. And again, like they're talking about weather sealing on R5. That is too good, Like you can go to and go in rainy season, or if there is snowfall or something. And that too, like look at the pricing. Like the pricing is 3,900, like 899. So that is really good. In India, like we are talking about 3 lakhs or 2,90,000, and for R6 it's like 1,90,000. And if you just compare R5 with, like, we are not asking for a R5. R5 is something like it's nobody wants that. Like it's overkill. Whereas we were looking for R6, and which is really a great camera with all the features, like few things that you'll not have, like 4K 120 you're not going to have, like, but you'll have 4K 60 in our R6, and you'll have all things like 10-bit 422. You'll have Canon log. You'll have similar frame rates like when you're taking photographs. So you're getting everything in R6 and at a far better price. So R6 is the camera that people were looking for from Canon. And so probably a lot of people are going to buy R6 in a big way. And Canon, their range of lenses are mammoth. Now, like RF mount that they have come up with, the kind of lenses that they have introduced in just recently, they have been too good. Now, I'm just talking about, if I'm just talking about the older lenses with all these adapters and all, so they have n number of lenses, and that gives them a great advantage. Now, they have also given such a fast Wi-Fi to transfer all pictures and all videos to your devices, which is too good. Like in a run and gun situation, you can just transfer it to other files. And I do understand a lot of people, they moved to Sony because these guys were not doing on the video side great things, not giving great things on the photo side, like photography side. So a lot of people moved and invested in Sony. But I understand, like, and competition is good. A lot of people few people will come back. A lot of people might think about coming back. A lot of newer guys will go for Canon because their color science and their ecosystem. Like we have to check the reality. Like when we are checking a real life scenario whether it's giving that performance or not. Like if you just check EOS R, like they claim something, but you don't get those many pictures in focus mode, because if it's able to focus so fast and it's able to take pictures like 1DX Mark III, though it's a 20 megapixel camera, this is a 45 megapixel camera. To process like those 45 megapixel at such a fast burst rate is very difficult. So that has to be checked. So what I understand is like if you are shooting in 8K resolution or 4K 120, the data consumption is going to be mammoth, and the kind of investment that you have to do on your data management will be very high, and you have to use CF Express card for 8K or 4K 120. Majority of us are going to shoot 4K 60, and few of us are going to shoot 4K 120. 8K will be no, like it's not going to be used much. And then we'll be using Canon log and with 10-bit 422 all I, those things will be used, and which are of real importance to us. So that has to be considered when you are considering this camera. Another thing is if you are moving to a newer system, and that too in a full frame one, then that's a mammoth investment on the lens that you have to do. That also needs to be considered, because the RF mount lenses are very costly, and if you are buying some wide aperture lenses, then those are going to be really, really costly for you. But the idea is these are very exciting times, and 2020 has been a disaster year, right? But Canon has come up with this, and this has been mammoth, and this will probably change this will shake the entire industry. Sony at best can match these features, can't exceed them. That's given. Now, so the fighting will be on the pricing, and that will be too good for us. And they will try to attract us or lure us in different ways. That's a great thing, right? I have I've invested in Sony system in a big way. I had earlier GH5, or I have Blackmagic 4K, Pocket 4K, with their own ecosystem and all that. A lot of investment has gone into it. But again, I will see the Canon is really an attractive proposition with the colors and all. We'll see whether we buy or not once we get to see all the reviews, and when camera starts arriving, then we'll see what we do. This is it. If you like the content, consider subscribing to my channel. This is just how I've started. I'll be bringing in content on these things, and basically I'll be bringing in the comparison also vis-a-vis R5 and R6. Thank you for giving your time.